the events of Sandy Hook, it was very tragic, and every single one of us was affected so deeply. And to this day, it still cuts very deep and it hurts, you know. And if anybody out there's ever lost a child under any circumstances, it is the most horrific, god awful thing that I think anybody can ever go through. And I put it into perspective because I truly look at that event as the worst thing that ever happened in my personal life. Not merely almost losing my life when my heart gave out after I gave birth to my boys, not my mother, being diagnosed with breast cancer right after that happened, but losing my niece in a school shooting. Losing a child is it's just something that you just never can get past. You just have to move through it, and healing continues every single day. And so I think that no one can ever tell you how you're supposed to be thinking, how you're supposed to be feeling. And when someone who was a family member of a victim of such tragic events tells you, please don't do this, or just let them be, rest in peace, this is how I need to be treated, please don't talk about it. Or if I come in and I ask you a question, don't be so snarky with me. Don't fly off the handle like a raging lunatic bitch, because you think that, you're getting questioned and that's your defense mechanism. That is absolutely positively not the way that it is supposed to go down. What is supposed to happen and what should happen and what I hope will happen in the future is somebody respects that part of somebody's life. And no matter how much they want to be right all the fucking time, because SG, I know you want to be right all the fucking time, but I need for you to sit back and listen real closely, okay? I know you complain about the things that have happened to you. I know you complain about the things that supposedly have happened with your daughter. And you know what? At least you both are still here on this earth. I don't get to have another day, hour, minute, or second with my niece. And I haven't for over 11 years. So just take that into perspective. And you know what? When someone says, please leave it be, this is how I need to be treated when it comes to this event. And please, if I ask you a question, then you know what? Have the decency and respect to answer the question. Don't fly off the handle, okay? Especially when you know somebody that is very closely connected to those events of people losing children, then you need to have enough decency and respect for yourself and for that person in particular. You need to step outside of your right doer mindset where you always have to be right, always have to be right. Doesn't matter how many people you hurt, doesn't matter how nasty you become. You know what? Shut the fuck up and listen. Okay? If there's one time where you can put your tail between your legs and you can say, okay, because you know what? You don't understand it. And that's okay. You don't have to understand it. So just take it from somebody who lives through it, has lived through it, lives through it every single day, the ramifications of it. Take note that this what's supposed to happen and how you're supposed to treat somebody when they ask you to please stop or to just answer a question calmly. We'll see if you listen.